I guess we should get started, right? It's 4:30. Okay, so if you have a strap or a tie, go ahead and grab that. And then we can go ahead and get started. Just lying down on your back, you can straighten the legs, bring the arms parallel to the sides of the body, or maybe bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall open, coming to your Supta Baddha Konasana. And just taking a moment here to really come onto your mat. So letting everything from this past week just kind of fall away and not thinking about any plans you have for tonight or for the rest of the weekend. Letting go of any stress or worries and just devoting this next hour to yourself. Maybe just noticing the contact points of your body on the mat. If you need to distract the mind. And then we're just going to bring our awareness to the top of the head and release any tension in the scalp. Moving down to the forehead, release any wrinkles in the forehead. And close the eyes just gently, so not forcing them shut, no wrinkles in the eyelids. Unclench the jaw, which is something that we might be doing unconsciously. And with that, just remove the tongue from the roof of your mouth. So the entire head and face is relaxed. And then from here, you can go ahead and make your way down to the neck and shoulders. Feel the shoulders get heavy and sink down into your mat. And nice and slowly, just bring your awareness to every single part of the body until you get to the soles of the feet. And as you bring your awareness to these parts of the body, just feel the contact points of the body parts on the mat. Feel yourself sink down. Feel yourself become a little bit more relaxed. And at the same time, just notice any sensations in the body. So any soreness or tightness, anywhere that you think your attention should be during class today. And then from here, keep the body relaxed and bring your attention to the breath. Begin to inhale solely in and out of the nose. And maybe if it helps you to count the breaths, you can go ahead and count those inhales to 5 and those exhales to 8, and make sure that count is nice and slow. As you inhale, feel the belly rise, feel the chest expand as the lungs inflate. And as you exhale, feel the abdomen collapse as you release the air from the lungs and push out a little bit more air than you think you have inside of the lungs. It's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it really gets rid of a lot of stale energy, stale air. And just keep on breathing like this with the eyes closed. Maybe placing one hand over the heart and another hand on top of the belly to become closer to the breath. And no matter how intense or rigorous our class gets today, just try and maintain this nice, even, steady, calm flow of breath. Always bringing your attention back to the breath if you feel like you've lost control of it. And if you have your Ujjayi pranayama, you can take that now by clenching the muscles in the back of the throat. The breath will become audible. And we're going to take 3 more nice deep breaths here. On your next inhale, you can go ahead and straighten those legs, bring those arms up high overhead, and take a nice big stretch. On your exhale, you can go ahead and hug those knees into the chest and give yourself one nice big hug. And then from here, just release the soles of the feet down onto the ground. And you can grab your strap if you have one handy. On your next inhale, just straighten that right leg. And you can grab for that thigh, calf, or ankle, or you can grab onto your strap and just pull this right leg closer to the body, getting into that right hamstring. From here, you can straighten that left leg out towards the front of the mat. And we're gonna be here for 2 more breaths. And just take the left hand, bring it to the left hip, and then slowly peel that right leg open towards the right side. Now, if this is too much for you, you can do this with the right leg bent and just apply gentle pressure to the inside of that right knee. We're breathing here for 2. 1 more inhale. And exhale to stay. Inhale, right leg back to center. Exhale, bend at that right knee, plant the right foot. On your next inhale, that left leg straightens and we're grabbing for that left thigh, calf, or ankle, or maybe taking our strap to the sole of that left foot. And breathing here. Just straightening this right leg out now and keeping that right foot flexed towards the face. We have 2 breaths here. And then slowly just peeling that left leg open towards the left side, bringing that right hand to the right hip. Option to bend at this left knee. That'll make it a little bit easier here with some of the intensity out of this stretch. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, go ahead and bring that left leg straight down next to the right. And then bend that right knee, bring it towards the chest. You can go ahead and point the toes now and just make circles with the foot. So working on that right ankle. And once you've done 5 in one direction, go ahead and make your circles in the opposite direction. And once you've done your 5, you can go ahead and straighten that right leg back out, bring that left knee into the chest, make those circles with the left foot. And 5 in the other direction. Now from here, really engage the core. You can go ahead and frame out the ears with the fingertips. We're moving on to some bicycles. So bring your left elbow to the right knee, right elbow to the left knee for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're almost there. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Beautiful job. Straighten those legs up. You can release the head, neck, and shoulders down. And you can place the hands underneath the low back for support here. Really engage the core as nice and slowly drop the legs down. Heels hover off the ground, and then engage the core to gently lift the legs back up. So slow and steady here. We're really getting into that core. Option to bring those arms up high overhead, and when you lift the legs, you can touch the toes. For 5, and 6, 7, for 8, and 9, and 10. Beautiful job. Release down, bring those knees into the chest, and then just rock 3 times the length of your mat. And after your 3rd rock, make me balance on those sit bones, engage the core for a nice boat pose. Draw the shoulders down the back, lift through the chest and the crown of the head. If you want, you can release the fingertips from knee creases and straighten the arms out. Option to straighten the legs. We're here for 5, 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Cross out the ankles, meet me in a nice cross-legged seat. On your next inhale, arms sweep out and up. Exhale, right hand comes down to the right side. Walk the right hand away from the body. Side stretch over towards the right. The chest is peeling open here, and that chin is tucked to protect the neck. We're here for 3. And 2. One more inhale. Exhale a little bit deeper into this. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left hand down. Walk the left hand away. Side stretch over towards the left. Breathing here for 3. Inhale here. Exhale a little bit deeper. Inhale back to center. Beautiful job, guys. Exhale, left hand comes to the right knee. Right hand comes behind us like a second spine. We're going to rotate the shoulders down the back and bring the gaze past that right shoulder. We're here for 2. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twisting in the opposite direction. Inhale back to center. Exhale, both palms come to the knees, forward fold over the knees. Beautiful job. On your next inhale, rotate up and over to the right. Exhale, down and over to the left, moving on to our tree trunk rolls and really warming that spine up before we get into our practice. An option to close the eyes here. Make sure you're moving with the breath. We're going to do 2 more in this direction. And after your next exhale, you can forward fold over those knees. On your inhale, rotate up and over to the left this time. Exhale, down and over to the right. We're going to do 2 more. And after your next exhale, forward fold over those knees. Go ahead and walk the hands out in front of you with the palms facing down and rotate into a tabletop position. From here, we're moving on to our cat-cows. So on your next inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. As you exhale, really press the floor away, round the back, and tuck the chin into the chest. And you can go ahead and move through these cat-cows at your own pace. Just make sure you're really following the breath here, and eyes can be open or closed. You can also bring any additional movements into these that feel good for your body. So maybe you drop the glutes down to the heels, or maybe you take some body rotations. It's up to you. We have 2 more. And after your next exhale, meet me in a nice neutral spine. From here, you can go ahead and tuck the toes and take small tiptoe steps back into your high plank, high push-up. We're gonna be in this high plank, high push-up for 5 breaths, so really engage the core here. Make sure shoulders are pressed past wrist creases, and make sure the gaze is about 6 inches in front of the hands, so we're not hurting our neck. We're here for 5, 4, for 3, and 2. One more inhale. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. And go ahead and bring some movement into these. You can drop one heel down to the ground and then the other one. Maybe bend both knees at the same time and then straighten the legs. Beautiful job, guys. And then from here, just begin to find stillness. You're gonna take the left hand and cross over towards the right ankle, getting a nice twist in here. Gaze is underneath that right armpit, and we're here for only 1 round of breath. So inhale, Exhale to twist a little deeper. Inhale, plant that left hand. Beautiful job. Exhale, right hand comes to that left ankle. Gaze gaze under that left armpit. One breath, inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, replace that right hand down on the ground. Beautiful job. Exhale to stay here in your downward facing dog. Inhale, take small tiptoe steps to the top of the mat. Finish that inhale to lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold to our nice forward fold. This is our first forward fold of the class. So maybe we have a pretty deep bend in the knees to protect the hamstrings. You can go ahead and grab for opposite elbows here and let the head, neck, and shoulders dangle. Make sure the weight is in the toes. Option here to sway from side to side if that feels good to you. And then find stillness on your next inhale. Slowly rise up one vertebrae at a time. Release the elbows, bring those arms down parallel to the sides of the body. We're coming to our mountain pose. So everything is nice and strong here. Rotate shoulders down the back, lift through the crown of the head, core is engaged, legs are engaged as well. Inhale, arms sweep out and up into the side, palms come together. Exhale, forward fold, palms through heart center. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold, step back with the right foot, followed by the left. High plank, high push-up. Hug those elbows in, push shoulders past wrist creases, lower down to the knees, the chest, and then the chin. Through into your cobra. Tuck the toes, bring the glutes to the heels. Straighten the legs, downward facing dog. That was our modified flow. We're gonna do one unmodified together right now. On your next inhale, take slow tiptoe steps to the top of the mat. Finish that inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold. A little bit different here. Inhale, reverse swan dive up, palms come together. Exhale, prayer through heart center, fold it through. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold, step back with your left foot this time, followed by the right. High plank, high push-up. Hug those elbows in, press shoulders past wrist creases. Lower down halfway to your chaturanga. Over the tops of your feet to your upward facing dog. And over the toes once more to your downward facing dog. So that was our unmodified vinyasa flow. We're gonna do 3 sun salutations together. Just like that, you can take whichever flow calls to you. On your next inhale, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Finish that inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, prayer through heart center, fold it through. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, folding and stepping, hopping, or floating, and move through your first of 3 flows together. We're doing this to warm up the body and get that heart rate up, but make sure you maintain control of the breath. On your next inhale, slow tiptoe steps to the top of the mat, or you can float or hop. Finish that inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, prayer through heart center, fold it through. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold and step, hop, or float back and move through whichever flow feels good for you. Meet me in that downward facing dog. Beautiful job. On your next inhale, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Finish that inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, prayer through heart center, fold it through. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold and step, hop, or float and move through your vinyasa flow. Meet me in that downward facing dog. Beautiful job, guys. From here, heart rate should be up just slightly. We should definitely feel some heat in the body. That is the whole point of those sun salutations. On your next inhale, that right leg raises straight up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. One more, inhale, three-legged. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Shift that knee to the center and then step the right foot through the hands. Go ahead and drop that back right knee and tuck right toes. Inhale, both arms rise up. Beautiful job, guys. Breathing here for 3. And for 2. And for 1. Inhale. Exhale, both hands down to frame out this right foot. Now we're going to straighten this right leg. Come onto the right heel. When doing so, drop the hips back towards that left foot. And then come back to our low lunge. Beautiful job. So we're moving through this nice half split to low lunge movement. And make sure you follow your breath when doing this and keep the chest as lifted as possible. This is going to really warm up that hip and that right hamstring. We're going to do this 3 more times. Exhale to bend and plant the foot. Inhale to straighten that leg and come up to the right heel. 1 more time, guys. Now we're going to press back on an inhale to our half split. Lift the chest just slightly, and then as you exhale, attempt to fold over this right leg. Breathing here for 3. And for 2. 1 more inhale. Exhale, bend that knee, plant that foot. Beautiful job. Tuck the back left toes, lift that left knee off the mat, press into the hands, and step back here into our 3-legged plank. We're holding here for 3. And for 2. 1 more inhale. Exhale, move through your version of a vinyasa flow. Go ahead and meet me in that downward facing dog. Beautiful job, guys. On your next inhale, that left leg straightens out, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. 2 more rounds of this. Inhale. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale. Exhale, left knee, left elbow for the last round. Inhale. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Shift that knee to the center and then plant that left foot. Drop that back right knee and tuck right toes. Inhale, rise up. Beautiful job. And staying here for 3 breaths. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down to frame out this left foot. Now we're moving through that half split lunge movement. So on your next inhale, straighten that left leg, come to the heel of the left foot. Exhale, bend at the knee, plant that left foot on the ground. Beautiful job. Remember to keep the chest nice and lifted here. You got this. We have 3 more to go. Now on your next inhale, we're going to straighten that leg, come to the heel of the foot. And then we're going to attempt to fold over this left leg just as much as possible, not forcing anything. We're still very early on in our practice. Breathing here for 3. And 2. 1 more inhale. Exhale, bend at that left knee, plant that left foot. Press into the palms, tuck the back right toes, lift that right knee off the mat as you step back into your 3-legged plank. And we're holding here for 3. And for 2. 1 more inhale. Exhale, move through your version of a vinyasa flow and meet me in that downward facing dog. Beautiful job, guys. And then from here, on your next inhale, straighten this right leg out, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring this right knee to the nose, step that right foot through the hands. We're gonna rise up to our high lunge this time, so nice and high on those left toes. And the core is engaged here, even though the legs are the foundation. Breathing here for 3. And for 2. One more inhale. Exhale, those hands come to heart center. Inhale, prepare to bring all of the weight onto this right foot as you bring this left knee into the chest. Beautiful job. From here, just peel that left leg open towards the left side and place that sole of the left foot on the inside of the right thigh, calf, or ankle. We're coming to our tree pose. Hands can stay at heart center here, or maybe we grow our branches out, doing whatever feels good for you. And we have about 5 breaths in our tree pose. Beautiful job, guys. We're almost there. 2 more. One more inhale. Exhale, those hands come back to heart center. Inhale, that left knee comes back into the chest. Exhale, hinge at the hips, send that left leg back. Warrior 3. Chest stays nice and lifted. Beautiful job for 3. And 2. One more inhale. Exhale, bend at that right knee, plant that left foot. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, frame out that right foot, step back, and move through a vinyasa flow. Beautiful job, guys. Meeting me in that downward facing dog whenever you are ready. And on your next inhale, that left leg reaches up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to the nose, step that left foot through the hands. High onto the back toes here as we rise up. Beautiful. Staying here for 3. And for 2. One more inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, send that right knee into the chest, balance on that left foot. Beautiful job. Go ahead and press this right knee open and place that sole of the right foot on the inside of that left thigh, calf, or ankle. And we're breathing here. Option to straighten those arms out. We're here for 5. So if you fall out of this, just go ahead and get right back into it. Beautiful job, guys. Almost there. And then from here on your next exhale, bring those hands back to heart center. Inhale, bring that right knee back into the chest. As you exhale, hinge from the hips, send that right leg straight back. Warrior 3, and we're only here for 3. You got this. For 2. And for 1. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, bend at that left knee, plant the toes of the right foot. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down to frame out this left foot, step it back, and move through a vinyasa flow. Beautiful job, guys. Meet me in that downward facing dog. And then from here, inhale to sweep this right leg up. Exhale to bring this right knee to the left elbow. Straighten this right leg out. Come to the pinky edge of this right foot. Inhale, peel open with the left arm. Beautiful job. We're in this nice side plank variation for 3. And for 2. One more inhale. Exhale that right hand back down. Inhale, straighten this right leg back up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to the nose. Step that right foot through the hands. Spin that back foot to be parallel to the back edge of the mat. From here, we're rising open. Warrior 2. And we're gonna be here for 3 breaths. Gazes over the right fingertips. Inhale, flip those palms, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Option to bring that left forearm to the low back. Make sure the chin is tucked underneath the right armpit. And breathe here for 3. And for 2. One more inhale. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Inhale, bend at that right elbow. Exhale, bring that right elbow to the right knee. Left hand comes up straight to the sky. Beautiful job, guys. And now we're either staying here and we're actively pressing out of this elbow. We're not sinking into it. Or we're bringing that right hand down to the ground. Option to reach between the legs and bring that left forearm down the low back, coming to your bind. And from here, we're gonna really work to peel that chest open. Gaze is gonna be up towards that left shoulder. We're here for 3. And for 2. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale here to release your bind and rise up for warrior 2. Exhale, hands come to the hips, straighten this front leg, turn right toes to face the same direction as left toes. Rotate shoulders down the back on an inhale. And then on an exhale with a nice flat back, we're gonna hinge from the hips and forward fold, coming to our wide-legged forward fold. An option here, just to stay in this forward fold, grabbing for opposite elbows, kind of like we did in our first forward fold. Or you can go ahead and take your headstand if you have that from here. Just really letting the head, neck, and shoulders relax if you're just hanging out in your wide-legged forward folds like I am. We're here for 2. And 1. From here, you can go ahead and plant the palms, straighten the arms, and then walk those hands over to frame out that right foot, toes turn to face the front of your mat. Step back into a high plank and move through a vinyasa flow. Beautiful job, guys. Meet me in that downward facing dog. And then once you're here, inhale, straighten this left leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow. Once you're here, straighten this left leg to the pinky edge of the foot and peel open to this nice variation of a side plank. We're here for 3. And 2. One more inhale. Exhale, plant this right hand. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee comes to the nose. Step that foot through the hands. Spin that back foot to be parallel to the back edge of the mat. And cartwheel open. Gaze is past those left fingertips, and we're breathing here for 3. And 2. One more inhale, flip the palms. Exhale, reach it forward, and then reverse your warrior. Breathing here for 3. For 2. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel back open. Bend at that left elbow, bring that left elbow to the left knee, and straighten that right arm, gaze follows the right hand. Now we're either staying here, or you can go ahead and take whichever version of this that you took on the left side. So maybe we're staying here with our left hand planted on the ground, or maybe we're taking our bind. That is up to you guys, okay? If you're taking your bind, just make sure you're really working towards peeling that chest open. And we're here for 3. And 2. One more inhale. Exhale to release your bind if you have it. Inhale to rise back up, warrior 2. Exhale, hands come to the hips, straighten this front leg, turn the toes to face the same direction as the right toes. Rotate those shoulders down the back. And then on your next exhale, hinge from the hips to forward fold once more. Taking a different variation of this wide-legged forward fold than you did on the left side. So option to flip the fingertips to face the opposite direction of the face. And then walk those hands underneath the legs. Try and bring the head as close to the ground as possible. We're here for 3. And 2. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, plant those hands, straighten the arms. Beautiful job. Bring that right hand directly underneath the face and go ahead and bend slightly into this right knee. As you inhale to peel open with the left hand, gaze follows. We're here for 3. And 2. One more inhale. Exhale, straighten this right leg. Bring that left hand directly underneath the face. Bend at that left knee. Inhale, peel open with the right hand. The gaze follows for 3. And 2. One more inhale. Exhale, that left hand comes down. Go ahead and walk the hands over to frame out the left toes. Both toes turn to face the front of the room. Step it back into your high plank and move through your version of a vinyasa flow. And then meet me in that downward facing dog. From here, inhale, straighten this right leg up, 3-legged. Exhale to bring this right shin parallel to the front of the mat, preparing for our pigeon pose here. So one thing about pigeon pose is usually the left leg that's in front, you end up rotating onto this glute to get a little bit more comfortable. Make sure you're not doing that. Make sure the hips are square and pressure is evenly distributed amongst this right ankle, the knee, the hip, and the back leg. If your hips are square and if you feel pretty good here, then you're gonna rotate shoulders down the back. You can keep the palms on the mat and keep the chest nice and lifted. This is going to be the less intense version of our pigeon. Or you can go ahead and walk down to those forearms. Or if you wanna take this one step further, you can go ahead and straighten the arms out all the way and bring the forehead to the mat. Do whatever feels good for you here. Pigeon tends to be a little bit uncomfortable for most people, including myself. So try not to force anything because I don't want anybody to either hurt themselves or to hate this posture. It's one of those that you kind of have to ease your way into. And once you found your perfect spot or your perfect modification or variation of pigeon pose, then just close the eyes. And again, just unclench the jaw and release any tension in the face. Maybe just focus on counting the breaths here. We have 3 more breaths here. On your next inhale, just walk the hands closer to the body, press up into those palms. Tuck the back left toes to lift that left knee off the mat, and then slowly kick up to a 3-legged dog. Shake that right leg out. Option here to take one more 3-legged or regular flow. It will be our second to last of class today. And then you can just go ahead and meet me back in this downward facing dog, and we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. So once you're ready and you're in this downward facing dog, you're gonna inhale this left leg up. Exhale, this left shin comes parallel to the front of your yoga mat. Same deal here, make sure those hips are squared, make sure your weight is evenly distributed and you're not leaning on this left glute. And then just make sure this right leg is in line with the right glute. And from here, you can go ahead and stay nice and lifted, high on the palms, or take any version of your pigeon pose that feels good for you. Maybe you want to make like a little pillow with the hands to rest the forehead on. Maybe you want to straighten the arms out all the way, and just close your eyes once you're in your perfect spot. We're almost there. We have 3 more breaths. On your next inhale, walk those hands closer to the body. Tuck the back right toes. Press into both hands. Lift the right knee, and then you can go ahead and straighten that left leg out. Shake it out a little bit, and move through your final 3-legged or regular flow. Meet me back in this downward facing dog. Beautiful job, guys. And then once you're here in your downward facing dog, go ahead and take small tiptoe steps towards the top of the mat on an inhale, and finish that inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold. And from here, just bend down into the knees so that your glutes touch the mat. Make sure there's nothing behind you. As you lower down onto the back, bring those arms down parallel to the sides of the body. And make sure you walk the heels close enough to the glutes that you can touch them with your fingertips. On your next inhale, lift those hips off of the mat, coming to your bridge pose. And we're gonna be here for 5 breaths. Make sure you don't move the head in this position. Almost there, guys, 2 more. Inhale to stay here. Exhale, lower down nice and slowly. Beautiful job. Now you can go ahead and bring one knee into the chest at a time. Straighten that leg, coming to our waterfall. Of course, if you have any other inversion practices you wish to take today, feeling free to take that as well. If you feel like winding down, this is the posture for you. Waterfall is very relaxing. We have 3 more breaths wherever you are. And if you're in your waterfall, you can go ahead and bend into the knees, wrap your forearms around the shins, and then bring your forehead close to the knees here, creating this nice tight little ball. If you took your shoulder stand, you're gonna go ahead and take your fish pose. If you took a headstand, go ahead and take a child's pose. And then meet us right back on your back. So we have 2 more breaths here. 1 more. And on your next exhale, you can go ahead and release down. Keep those knees into the chest, but bring those arms to a T or a cactus and drop both the knees over to the right. Your gaze falls over to the left. Inhale those knees back to center. Exhale, those knees fall over to the left. Your gaze will fall over to the right. And then bring those knees back to center. Reach for pinky edges of each foot. Open up the legs so that the knees are on the outside of the ribs. And work the tailbone into the mat as you come to your happy baby pose. Taking 5 breaths in your happy baby, or 5 breaths in any other posture that you wish to take that I may not have offered during our class today. Maybe it calls to you, if you're in your happy baby, to rock from side to side. Maybe you straighten one leg or both, and then rebend the knees. And then just bring those knees into the chest and straighten your legs out. Those arms come parallel down to the sides of the body, and prepare for 10 breaths of Savasana. And from here, try to keep the eyes closed until we officially end class. You can let go of any controlled breathing or your Ujjayi breath. And similarly to how we started class, just feel the contact points of your body on the mat and feel the body get nice and heavy as it sinks down into the floor. Maybe with each exhale, you feel yourself sink a little bit deeper. And on your next inhale, just begin to bring small movements back into the body. Stay here on your exhale. Inhale once more, just straighten those arms up high overhead and take a nice big stretch like it's the first of the morning. Exhale to bring those knees into the chest, and then you can come onto your right side. And keeping your eyes closed, press up into a nice, comfortable, cross-legged seat. Your hands can come to heart center and bow down to the third eye. And thank you all for sharing your practices with me today and making sure to thank yourselves for taking the time to practice yoga today. Namaste, everybody. Have a great weekend. See you next time.